Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Will. Hopefully, you're having a great day today. In this video, we're going to go over BigBear.AI in a pretty shaky market we see. After NVIDIA earnings went well, we saw them sell off still a little bit today, which was interesting. Aside from that, we were also trading Redwire this morning. It's a company in space tech that's actually partnered with Big Bear. So far, it hasn't moved much. We're looking for this trend to take place of about 9 to 10% margins for profit. And we were just trading it this morning in our live session in StockMate. If you ever want to join us in that live session, it's the second link in the description. We're looking for a margin for profit here of about 10. We're looking for a margin for profit here of about $1,000 potential, with potential loss here of about 200. When it comes to Redwire, they're partnered with Big Bear, and they're in the space tech industry. And one thing they had that was really favorable was their financials. They came in with a market cap of 1.3 billion recently. That's what they're in with their market cap, in their balance sheet has more assets than their total market cap at 1.5 billion, with some contracts getting secured today. A $25 million contract got secured today. So outside of that, though, we're looking at Big Bear. Big Bear is an AI defense company that specializes in technology for biometrics. And this is what we were looking at yesterday. We were trying to see if initially they can make this run back up into this $5.30 range. Now, when we were analyzing them yesterday, it was, I think, somewhere around here. Yep, right around here. And we were looking for recovery. They ended up recovering today at market open about 4% up into this $5.25 range, but still holding that $5 support level here, trying to potentially make this run back up into 535, 550, which is a 5% margin for profit. The market they're in AI, is seeing a really large demand for new tools that have not just the ability to identify threats, especially in defense, but also the hardware that the companies can provide. And with Big Bear, they're in the data and hardware side of things. So when we were kind of doing a deep dive, this is the airports that they are in. You see Charlotte's, Dallas, Denver International Airport, John F. Kennedy in Los Angeles, Montreal. But the interesting part about what they do is that they go directly to the airlines as well. And I think that's actually one of their blue ocean strategies that we've seen. Now, the financials definitely have some room to improve on their income, because negative net income is never anything you want to see. But from a growth perspective, they've also had some of that net income be attributed to things like goodwill impairments, or reducing debts and things like that, where they did do that. They did increase their total assets here up to about 600 million, which is a good spot to be in. And it almost reminds me of where SoundHound was back in December. If we look at Sound stock, which some of you guys are familiar, if you guys go to the uh, the drive-through now, maybe you're talking with an AI at fast food, or if you're getting a new car, they have an AI in the car. Well, SoundHound is that company. They work with Hyundai and Stellantis, and what's the other company? I think it's um, there's another one that's pretty big. But basically, when they came in December with a $258 million negative net income right here, and they were not looking so hot. And then when we looked at their balance sheet, though, we said, well, they're at $550 million in assets. If they trim the debt and continue to build their revenue, we could see them be more favorable. And that's exactly what they did. They trimmed their debts in the last earnings. They came in with a lot lower debt, with increased assets. And then they see the revenue still kind of continuing to grow. And so now they've really surged up to what evaluation could be a little bit more. Their valuation might be a little high at 5 billion right now, but it's kind of a similar play with Big Bear AI too, because when we draw that picture and compare the two financially, it kind of looks like Big Bear is in that startup phase right now, and could be in a similar situation to where currently SoundHound was at one point. So when we kind of put them next to each other, so SoundHound is on the left, and you look at Big Bear on the right, SoundHound had a negative net income of 258 million, which is what Big Bear has, or negative 228, so not as bad as SoundHound. And then SoundHound recovered, but they also had the same amount of balance sheet, which was around 550 million on SoundHound, which over here on Big Bear they see assets at 599 million. So Big Bear is in a better position than SoundHound was earlier, just about 8 months ago. And so I think, a lot of people might be worried about some of the growth on Big Bear right now, given that they didn't come in with good net income. But when we look at the general consensus from the institutions, and then also where they're deploying not just their Veriscan, but working with the Panama Canal and using their solutions for like ARCA, which is, what is it? It's is it modeling simulation? Is that where we find it? No, let's see where it is. It's the computer vision, I think it is, where they're able to see, for example, like this is something that they can spot blind spots. In this case, it's showing cars and vehicles. But I think that they're also deploying it at like ports of entry. You can see here where it can track like different ships that are coming in and out. And we know they're partnered with some companies recently related to the Panama Canal. Here it is, AI-powered cargo security management solution in Panama. That's a pretty big deal. And outside of that, you have them partner with the Washington Commanders. That's pretty interesting. That's got to be something that's could be related to more of marketing, but still aligned with maybe getting to stadiums or building those partnerships, which is what they've focused on ahead of this. See some of the let's see what they've talked about recently on LinkedIn was that they're looking for mega events like the 2026 FIFA World Cup and the 2028 Olympics to play a key role in the national security that they're looking to be a part of. Now, the biggest red flag that I've seen with Big Bear, aside from some really good flags, some good green flags, I would say, the biggest red flag that I found was that they didn't do a Q&A when they did their earnings. One of the issues in not doing a Q&A in your earnings, especially when you're, if I don't know if it's pre-recorded or what have you, is that they don't get to answer investor questions that can not only help them as a company, it's a great opportunity to see blind spots, but also get into a position of, building trust with investors. And so that was the one thing that I saw. The other red flag, which is, it's not really a red flag because it happens to almost every single company, is that you have a lot of hype articles. So like, buy this before it's too late, retire on this stock, or whatever people say. Don't go broke, buy this stock now, something like that. People say that all the time. That's another red flag. But it's like, that's everywhere. You could see that with any company, even Tesla stock, they make articles like that, and that's not really their press releases. From their press release standpoint, I haven't seen any red flags. From a red flag perspective, that could be a false red flag that oftentimes happens with smaller cap companies, which they kind of got through, was the BigBear.AI. You have a bunch of companies that were coming out. You can look at the news, and they're saying, did you lose money with Big Bear? Contact us now because we'll sue them for you. And there's a lot of like these tip ranks or CBS News or look, we're like, have you lost money? Contact us now and we'll help you, we'll help you do it. And they say that it was something that BigBear.AI misreported, and it's a contingency fee. So basically, if you're getting represented by them, they're trying to make money ultimately from a case, which it's pretty oftentimes you could see a lot of lawsuits. Like what's a popular company? Like, I don't know, like what's the most of integrity company that you could possibly think of that has a really good brand? I mean, you could look at like Apple. I could search Apple. It's like, look, there's a lawsuit right now, Elon Musk suing Apple. There's a lot of other lawsuits that you could find, but that's just the headlines today. And that's like today, so, or 2 days ago. So, it's really common, not necessarily, it's more of a false red flag than anything else, just something to watch. So we're going to watch again this $5 price point. See if they can hold this level. We're looking for them to potentially recover about 5%, still in a downtrend, right? And still kind of in this trend. We'd like to see them break back above this level. $5.50 would be a good price point to start to see them get up into that $6.28 range or $6.50, which we know would be that next level we'd like to see. And a true breakout for bullish momentum continuing up in this overall direction would be breaking up above that 550. But right now, trying to hold that $5 range, and they've done it well today. So we'll see if they can continue throughout the week. Guys, we have an official announcement for our machine. This is Mercatus. It's one of the most innovative platforms in AI-powered analysis. If you want a system that is designed for investors to revolutionize the way that you trade and invest, and let the machine do the analysis for you and bring stock deals to you, then I would encourage you, join the first access link down below, and also check our latest live stream that we're coming out with later today, where we're going to do a live stream revealing some of the new technology that we're releasing in the machine. Don't miss it. If you're an investor and you're just looking for your first very profitable trade or your next profitable investment to make, then this machine will help streamline that process of finding your next deal. And if you want, you can join the list for free, see the full announcement and everything later today in the YouTube channel in the live section. So make sure to check it out. We traded live this morning. If you want to join us live, it's the second link down below for StockMate for our daily live trading sessions. And if I earned your thumbs up, hit the like button. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.